Mark gave me and said when he called me that the first words out of my mouth was, "What can I do?" He didn't listen to the second part when I said, "What can I do to get out of this?" Oh well, here I am. I wanted to start saying, I guess from the beginning of this little speech, that when Mark did call me, I was highly suspicious. I have some so-called friends out here who play practical jokes on me, so when I first thought, this is, I guess, something about my personality, I thought that it was a practical joke. Then I started thinking about it, even if my friends had to be really elaborate, and how would you pull this off with a Mandarin practical joke? But then I realized that the person in my life who surprised me the most is my wife. Because for my 30th birthday, my 40th birthday, and my 50th birthday, she threw a surprise party for me. And I was starting to think, gee, the Mandarin, that'd be a cool place for her. And by the way, I'm not turning 60 for a while. For my 60th birthday party, maybe she's throwing it a few years early. Because the last time on my 50th birthday, she threw it at Club Macanudo, and she threw it well in advance of my birthday, and she happened to throw it on her birthday. So, I don't see any balloons on the tables. I don't see any old man cards. So, maybe I actually am being honored, but I'm not convinced. And there's a reason I'm not convinced. And I'm probably not worthy either, because some of you, and you know who you are out there, have sent me some emails that I thought I would share with you. Here's the first one. I meant to congratulate you on the Cardozo Alumni thing, though I thought your co-honoree looked far more impressive. Unfortunately, I happen to agree. Secondly, I understand why they are honoring Shoshana. She's a real practicing attorney. But Kirkland Ellis fired you. Just kidding. I got a lot of them, so I only picked a few. Here's the last one. My law partner is leading the contingent for our law firm table, and we are hoping for a decent turnout. But I had to exaggerate about the honoree, of course, meaning me, in order to fill all the seats at our table. Okay, so in all seriousness, it is a tremendous honor. This is a fantastic turnout, and it's a record turnout, I might tell you. And so I don't think it has anything to do with me, as you can tell. I think it says a lot about the school. And the school that I started attending in 1979, graduated in 1981, was a far different school than it is today. Let me share a couple of things with you. When I attended law school, I lived on 11th Street, and I lived in a basement apartment that barely had a window, and I didn't pay any rent. Why, you ask? Because I was the superintendent of the building. And Shoshana has already remarked about the elevators, and we could go on and on about the food and everything else, Shoshana, but it was a very different place. But it was certainly a great beginning for a great law school that it is today. So let's fast forward today to what the school is today. Well, the first thing I want to show you the contrast. Remember, I lived in that basement apartment. Today, somebody mentioned my son, Perkal, goes to Cardozo Law School in 1L. But he lives on the top floor of Cardozo housing. The school is an amazing place today. I mean, one of the things that I wanted to remark on, and I don't know how many of you actually know this, but let me give you some feedback about some of the alumni and where they are today. We have alumni in some of the best law firms in the country. We have general counsels of Fortune 500 companies. We have federal judges. We have former Supreme Court law clerks. We have a Tony Award winner. We have a celebrity chef. We have a president of a Major League Baseball team, the Florida Marlins. We have a motion picture executive. And we have many other prominent business leaders throughout the world. Pretty amazing for a young law school. I think many of those will make great candidates for future honorees in years to come. I think we're well positioned as a law school to be different. And what I mean by that is Dean Rudenstein built a fantastic school for many, many years. Big shoes to fill. And Matthew Diller has done a fantastic job in a short period of time. And what makes our school so special, in my opinion, is the fact that they look for students not just for the best academics, the best LSAT scores, but in many cases students that they think can make a difference once they graduate. I like to think I was one of them. But I also like to think about some of these students who go on to do many great things. And as you can see from the list of people I've named, I think they have. In my case, I didn't deserve to get into Cardozo Law School. I didn't have great grades. I was a mediocre Division III basketball player, but I practiced a lot. They gave me a chance. I think Cardozo Law School does that better than any school in the country. I want to tell you a couple of things as well. One of them is that, for me personally, having a son in Perkal going to Cardozo Law School is a thrill. Just the other day, Casey called me about a case he's working on for a woman who's unemployed, who's looking for unemployment pay, and she couldn't get it. So he's got his first case. I know he's terrified. He called me for advice. Bad idea. He should have called Shoshana. But he called me, so he helped me that. Just that, my father was a lawyer, so he and I never really talked that much about law, but I guess that's the reason I ultimately became a lawyer. But it's great to share that with Casey, and I'm very proud of him. I'm also proud of my son Matthew, who works for a hedge fund doing credit hedge fund, which does retail. In his case, it's kind of weird because I do retail investing, and my oldest son is specializing in retail and restaurants. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm also very proud of my daughter Maggie, who's a rising junior, and she's trying to figure out where to go to college. And most importantly, she's worried about taking her driving test in just a couple of weeks. I want to thank my wife. As most of you who are my friends here know, it's not easy to be supportive of me, but she does it somehow. She's been nothing short of fantastic. And through this whole event, she's just been a tremendous help. Shoshana thanked the dinner committee and everyone else, and Mark Gaberman. I won't repeat all the names, but they were all deserving and did a fantastic job. I want to single out a couple of people. One is D. Matthew Diller, who's just been fantastic. Pat Weiss has always been a friend and just tremendous. And lastly, it's just been tremendous honor to share this platform with Shoshana. Shoshana and I have been on the board of overseers for a few years together. I think she's a brilliant individual. I think she's a great leader for the community, and she's done a great job. So thank you very much.